already did step 2. Yours is step 3, and it's tuning. It's tuning. And then the inspiration comes, and now you're offering action from that inspiration, but you don't want to ever do anything that's not inspired from source, which means for most of you, if you were really taking this literally, for a few days you're not going to do anything. But that trips you up because you got kids to feed, you got kids to feed, you got stuff that you got to do, you have responsibilities, and so you can't just not. But you could just not. You could say to everyone, they say, what are you doing? Tuning. And for them, you need to tell them you're tuning to power, because if you say I'm tuning to pleasure, I'm tuning to the awesome power of non-resistant thought.
And I want to feel that awesome pleasure of the non-resistant.
That's the only way it works. You are the perfect opportunity for us to have this conversation, because you sat here feeling the tension of resistant thought instead of the pleasure of resistant thought, exactly what you were describing. And the thing that trips you up is that it's effective to a certain extent. In other words, you can get in tension and you can deal with resistance, and compared to a lot of other people that aren't trying at all, you can look like you've got a lot of things going on. But that tension wears you out, it wears you down, it takes the fun out of life, and most of all, it jerks you around in that you flow and then you don't, and then you flow and then you don't, and then you flow and then you don't. So most people like those of you in this room, you flow, 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 so it's getting a little better, flow, 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 but you never quite really let it flow, 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 because you're hung up on what others think about what you're doing. Where if you were just listening to this stream of vibrational suggestions, do you like anything more than when a good idea drops into your mind and you know it's a good idea and it's too soon to act on it, it's just a good idea, it just feels so good? Jerry wrote a paper, keep your ideas to yourself until they're fully developed. Because he'd had that experience, and he'd watched so many people he was mentoring who would have those feelings, and then they'd talk to somebody about them, and that person would say, really? You're going to do that?
Yeah, that tends to screw it up a bit, talking to people about it.
Don't introduce unnecessary resistance, which means mind your own business and don't open the door for them. There's a really nice lady that Esther knows from the hotel, and when Esther came out of the doorway, she was in the hallway, and Esther really didn't want to talk to her. She did not want to break her Abraham mojo. And so Esther just smiled and walked really fast, which made her look maybe like she didn't want to talk to her, which she didn't want to talk to her. Not because she doesn't adore her, but because it wasn't the best thing for Esther. And hardly any of you do that. Esther usually doesn't do that. She was just still under our influence. Usually Esther would stop and give herself over to whoever was there. She'd be helping with the short orders and the room service.
The more I am under that to care what somebody else is thinking and get myself out of the flow.
It isn't that you don't care. It's that you care about their solutions, not their problems. You care about where they're going, not where they are. It's a whole different deal. You care about the things that uplift you, so that now, when you're holding them as your object of attention, you know they've got this, even though they don't know it yet. You know it. You don't let them talk you into their doubt. For a while, it may mean you need to avoid them until you've really got your sea legs. But once you're really tuned in, tapped in, turned on, then you can dart in, dart out, dart in, dart out, dart in, dart out. Everything that you feel is your relationship between you and you. And the other people that you think it's about, that's not what it's about. It's just your relationship between you and you.